Tiffany Avaye here, and I am doing a very special Tiffany Avaye Takes album review. Beyonce Renaissance Act 1. Okay? And I even had to dress up for this because someone dressed up. This is the most Renaissance attire I own, but I felt it necessary to have the aesthetics matching the project. Renaissance is very festive, very upbeat, very up-tempo. So I'm going to get into my review. First, I feel like I should talk about expectations. And really for me, I don't have expectations when it comes to Beyonce because I feel like every album she gives us something different. She gives us something new. Like she expands our outlook on music. So I really don't go into a Beyonce project really expecting a certain thing. I'm just open, and I trust her enough that I know that whatever is on the album, it's going to be amazing. And she did not disappoint. Okay, so first, I'm just going to give a rundown on how I'm going to do my review. I'm going to talk about the tracks individually, and then I am going to just give an overall synopsis of the album and then just any extra commentary. So I literally took notes front and back on what I wanted to say because it's so much to get into and to unpack. And I probably still won't get everything covered because I feel like I'm always, observing new things. But, let's get started. I'm That Girl. That's the first track on the album. Before I listened to the album, just with the track list, I felt like that was going to be my favorite song just by the title, I'm That Girl, But when I listened to it, it really didn't match like what I thought. So that's why I try not to do expectations. And really when artists drop, just in general, when artists drop their track list before the album, it doesn't really do anything for me. I just wait for the album because, sometimes track lists can be an indication, but sometimes it can be a bit misleading. Not saying with this album, but I'm just saying in general. So with I'm That Girl, it gives like a futuristic sound. I love the harmonies. It's straight to the point. I'm that girl. She's telling you I'm that girl. I mean, we all know this, but sometimes I love when Beyonce, talk her talk because like she don't do that, and I feel like it comes out in the music, and I can identify with that. Like, you got your stuff together, you doing what you need to do, you trend setting, you giving the girls a blueprint. Like, yeah, let them know, sis. Okay, period. And I feel like that was a great first track because it set the tone for the album, like just sonically. This, I feel like this album, and I know said I was going to talk about the album as a whole at the end, but I feel like with this album, like it's almost like a roller coaster, not in a bad way, but you get in your seat. Like I remember when I was pressing play, I remember that feeling like, okay. Like, it's like almost putting on your seatbelt and then it just takes off and you on the ride and you just on that ride. It goes up and down, over loops, that's what this album reminded me of in the best of ways. Next track, Cozy. So Cozy is like a self-love, self-empowerment, female empowerment type track, in typical Beyonce fashion. She always gonna get a girls an anthem, okay? Period. And that's what I love about Beyonce because, she always got a song with like a message or something to make you feel good about yourself. Even though people continuously try to bring her down. We're going to get into that a little bit later. But, yeah, And that song, like, I love the lyrics to that song. So I feel like I may do something with that separately. Because if you really listen to that song, like, she is giving gems, okay? Alien Superstar. This song, okay, so since I started doing like my creative, more in-depth like material and content, like making skits and putting imagery together to the music and stuff like that, when I listened to this song, like immediately I started seeing things in my head. Like this song, I feel like would make an amazing music video. I don't know if this is going to be a single or not, but I love. I feel like it's just it's very captivating. This song, and I feel like my mind just starts running when I listen to that. And I'm gonna go ahead and manifest something. Like, I've been directing my little videos on Instagram, and I've been directing, like, just a couple things, skits. So I'm manifesting directing and something with Beyonce, because, like, with this, like, I just saw images in my head, clips of stuff. Beautiful, beautiful. Like, this video, even if I ever have anything to do with it, I feel like this video is going to be amazing. I love her delivery on this song. Like, I like the way she delivered the lyrics. It stood out to me specifically. Yeah, and it's a great track. Cuff It. This song gives like a old school, like 70s. I don't know if it's 70s, but I feel like it's reminiscent of like the songs that my parents played in their generation when I hear this song. And it just feels good. Like, it makes you want to go out and have a good time. No drama, no beef, no fighting, no shooting, no anything negative is not involved. Like, you just going out and you just feel happy. You with your boo, you with your girls. Like, that song just gives me that energy. And speaking of energy, the next song, Energy. This is one of my favorites. This is top 3 of the album for me. And really, I was just listening to it. But then when she did this thing, like, she was like, make her way like that. And I was like, whoa. And then, like, that caught my attention. And then after that part, she does, and I don't know it yet, but she does something. Like, after that little part where she say, make her way like that. And then it goes into, like, a change of flow. And that little change of flow part, ooh, that won me over. I was like, girl, you killing me right now, okay? But yeah, Energy is one of my favorites. So, the next song, Church Girl, okay? I love the instrumentals. I like the beat. It's like a couple little samples in there. And I love it. Hearing that track name, Church Girl, I did not expect for it to sound like what it sounded like, but it was lit. It was almost like a twerk song. And I was like, girl. Okay. But the song itself is about, like, a girl. I feel it's about, like, a girl just trying to be, live up to expectations and perception, and trying to be perfect and try to have it all figured out and try to balance everything in life at once and make it seem like everything's great. And, like, sometimes you just want to be like, forget that. Like, you just want to go out. You want to make something shake. You don't want to think about nothing. You just want to have a good time. You ain't trying to be perfect. You just want to do whatever feels. Like, you don't want to overthink. You don't want to overanalyze. It's not about that. It's about being fun. It's about having fun. It's about being happy. And clearly, I can identify with that by the passion in my voice when I started talking about it. But I like that song. It's very necessary. Yeah, and that's what that song is about. And it's lit. Like, it's lit with a message. And I feel like that's hard to convey. Or most artists don't convey litness and have a message within their track. Next one is Plastic Off the Sofa, okay? I feel like this is a personal track for Beyonce. A lot of times, y'all be saying Beyonce don't let y'all in her life and she don't be telling y'all what's going on. Yes, she does. Like, it's in the music. She just does it in an artistic way, and that be going over y'all heads. I guess you got to be artistic to get it. But, like, she be giving you the tea, okay? And then, this is just like, a love song, feel-good song. And, sometimes with Beyonce love songs, like, I don't really be in love like that, so I just be like, oh, that's nice. I listen to it, I live vicariously through some of the songs, but this was really beautiful. Like, I didn't want to skip it. And I feel like it meshed well, even though, like, I feel like majority of the album is like just fun, with substance, but it has a more fun up tempo, and this is kind of like one of the slower ballad type tracks. It still meshed well, like it was perfect placing on the album. Okay, Virgo's Groove. Virgo's Groove. Virgo's Groove is my favorite track from the album. Okay. Ooh. Virgo's Groove make me want to shoot my shot. Okay. Virgo's Groove is just like Beyonce put her foot in that song, okay? If that is even possible. It is a mood, #mood. This song, it takes me into like a fantasy realm. Like if you got a boo or a crush, okay? Like this song is just vibes. I feel like this is my, you know how they have this thing on TikTok, which is like your villain era or whatever era, your main character era, whatever you want to call it. Like I feel like this is my song in this moment because I just love it. Vocally, it's amazing. This song is like a drug. I feel like, you know how on TV or in film, like when people take a drug and they show like this little fuzzy screen and they go into like a world. I feel like that's what this song is. And I even marked a time. Okay, so from minute 3:13 through 4.0. I don't know how to say that. 4:03. Like, is that slow? I don't know how to say it, but that right there, ooh, fire. But yeah, that's my favorite song. That's my number one song. And next song is Move. It gives like an Afrobeats vibe. Grace Jones and Sims is on there. First of all, how legendary is it to have Grace Jones on your song? And I believe Sims is like a new artist, so for her to collaborate with Beyonce, like, girl, you go, girl. When I listen to the song, though, it sounds like Beyonce as a new artist, right? There's a moment in that song where she starts, just like I don't know what to call it, but it gives that freshness. Like it takes me back to like 03 Beyonce, and maybe it's giving a little bit of Baby Boy or Naughty Girl or something like that. But something about that song takes me back to when Beyonce first went solo. It has like that freshness to me. Next song is Heated. Okay, so it's very vocal, like the harmonies, like, it's beautiful. This is an emotional, like she's singing about her emotions, like things that make her heated. It gives, her perspective on certain things. The last part of that song is actually, it has one of my favorite lines from the album as a whole. And again, I don't know it verbatim just yet, but she be like, Monday they love me, next day they hate me, something to that effect. Whatever part that is, like it's towards the back, not the back, but the end of it. I love it. Okay, that period. Because I be watching y'all. Y'all got so much to say 1 minute, and then the next minute, Beyonce. But anyway, that part at the end is like my favorite part. It got one of my favorite lines from the album. Thick is the next song. Again, self-love, self-empowerment, okay? It's like sonically, I feel like it took us back to Houston, right? She's giving her roots, her Houston vibe. But then like in the same track, it goes into like, I don't know, London, like Paris Fashion Week, and that transition is just crazy. It's a great workout song. I feel like that'll be on repeat in the gym. But yeah, it's just a feel good song. I feel like on that video, she gonna have a grill in, because you know from time to time Beyonce throw in a grill, and so it's something about a grill that makes anybody more attractive. I don't know if that's like the hood in me, but I just love when anybody wears a grill, like all up in your mind. So basically, that's about Beyonce or a girl who likes a boy, and you know, just hypnotizing them with your presence, and you're all that he thinks about. And but it's not just like physical, it's mentally, oh, this person is amazing, you know, spiritually or whatever else, you know, about the person. Just captivating a person, and you know, letting them know, hey, I'm amazing, and now that you get that I'm amazing, I'm all that you can think about. I like that song. America Has a Problem. Okay, I like that song. I really don't get the track name with the song just yet. I'm still listening to it, trying to put together the pieces. But I don't know. That's the only thing that I didn't get so far. But you know, it's in itself, it's an amazing song. I kind of want to think that it's like she's the problem and America has to deal with her. Like she's not going away. Like I'm gonna keep da 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 da. That's what I feel, but I'm just not 100% sure. Pure Honey. I think this is in my top. This is my other top 3. So this is like 2 of the track list or of the songs. And I knew I was gonna like it when I pressed play. Like when that first initial came on, over. Like I didn't even really have to hear the rest of it. I just knew it. This song makes me want to like put on leather pants and a fur jacket and like 50-inch hair and just go to the mall and then like go eat sushi or something. Like I don't know. It's very high maintenance, very high fashion. It's giving runway. Like, Summer Renaissance. This is the last song on the album. It wrapped up. It had a little bit of everything from what you've listened to so far. And the fact that it's titled Summer Renaissance, you know, makes me think that, I mean, because the album is titled Act 1, that maybe each act will correspond with the season. I don't know. That's just a prediction. Just a prediction. But that's what it makes me think. But, you know, I like that song. Overall, as an album, okay? So, Beyonce has brought back the word album, okay? The songs are not 2 minutes or less, because I'm completely over that era, that phase. Like, y'all need to be done with that. Think more. And I feel like if everybody does it, then the labels and the whatever don't have no choice but to make it a thing. Like, this is what I love about Beyonce. She's not conforming to y'all rules. She's not conforming to y'all rules. She's not doing it. She's making her own rules, and then the people follow suit. Just like performing in them swimsuits and, well, not swimsuits, but like one-piece leotards. Single ladies. Ever since Single Ladies dropped, all the girls been doing that. Don't nobody give her credit for it, but Beyonce made that a thing. Like, I ain't gonna say nobody gave her credit for it, but don't nobody really talk about it like that. So same thing to me. But anyway, once I heard the album, I understood the artwork, because the artwork was there's a lot of metallics, a lot of disco, a lot of flamboyant, just vibes. And the album matches that. So it makes sense, like everything tied in together. And let me tell you one thing about listening to this album, like for the past 2 or 3 weeks, I've been saying I want to work out, seriously start doing some exercise. When I put this album on, I started working out. Like it's powerful. It makes you want to do more, be the best version of yourself. It feels good. It just feels good. And it makes you feel good when you listen to it. It makes you feel empowered, even aside from the empowerment songs. Just like as a whole, like you can't be in a bad mood if you're listening to that. Now the like the music, it makes you feel happy. And I read something where she said that she recorded, this during the pandemic where everything was still. And it's odd that that's when she recorded it, because this sounds like a very mobile, like how I said the different music takes you almost to different places. Like I would have never thought that, like just to hear, I would have never thought that this came from someone recording in a pandemic where no one could do anything, because it's very international. The sound, like it takes me all over everywhere when I listen to it. So I mean, I guess that's just the power of music, but I just thought that was interesting. And I want to talk a little bit about social media in reference to this album, because that line that I said was like my favorite about 1 minute y'all love me, next minute y'all, and that's not verbatim, but that's just like a synopsis of what she said. I don't know how the Beyonce hate ended up in my algorithm, because I love Beyonce, very biased. This album, I try not to make it sound biased. I try to just listen to it from like open and clear space. But I just want to tell y'all some of the things I saw on social media. So one, and it was really disturbing, and I had to uninstall this app, because on TikTok, every 5 minutes there was a Beyonce hate video popping up across my screen, and I'm like, what is going on? Okay, so they said that Beyonce with the horses were symbolism of like they showed some cards like that looked almost like fortune teller cards, and there was like horses of apocalypse or something like that, right? And here's my take on that, and I'm only addressing this. Here's my take. Beyonce is someone who uses art and music like to intertwine, okay? And I want to bring up an example, since they bringing that up. I want to bring up an example. Beyonce in Black is King, she depicted a scene where slavery, there were some slaves and they were going into the water, and they decided to go into the water to end their lives versus be a victim of slavery. I'm trying not to cry because when I read that, like it made me emotional. Like nobody knew that. Well, I was like, oh, nobody knew it. Clearly somebody knew it, but I had no idea that that was something that even happened until Beyonce put it in her artwork. And a lot of times I feel like Beyonce uses her art to bring awareness to something. So it may be, it may be that depicted whatever about the apocalypse. Look at the time that we're living in. Look at all the stuff that is happening in the world. That doesn't mean, like they said, Beyonce is a witch because she did that. That doesn't mean that. She's just simply using, her art to relay a message or to bring awareness to something. Just like, in one of her songs, she said, I will never let you shoot the nose off my pharaoh. So, okay, I can't sing, y'all, so I don't know how that sounded. But, okay, and that was talking about back when colonizers were going into Africa, and the statues of the kings and queens that they had as royalty and shot the noses off of them so you wouldn't know that Black people were royalty. A lot of people don't know that until maybe they listen to Beyonce, and they can, maybe do some research like, what? So yeah, if she used the image of something and made her own version of it to create her art, isn't that what art is supposed to do? Isn't that what creators are supposed to do? That maybe they take things that influence them, maybe they take things that are on their mind, maybe they take things that inspired them, recreate it, turn it into a version that they want to do, or they could simply do it the same way someone else did it to, just show homage, like that. Y'all, ooh, like there's no way I think you could think someone is evil who implements God so much in their work. I'm confused by that. I'm confused. And I saw some other stuff on social media about like relationships and stuff. Like, y'all be waiting to find something. I got a problem with it. Y'all be waiting to find something. But I just like take the music, enjoy it, use it to inspire you. And that's it. Like, y'all go too hard. Y'all 1 minute y'all this way, 1 minute y'all that way. Like, I can't. But that's all I want to say about social media, because sometimes I hate social media because it's just like, ugh. But overall, I love this album. I wonder if the different acts are gonna have similar sounds, or is she gonna completely switch it up? I wonder when she gonna drop the tour, because I just want to be prepared for tour. Please do not drop that. And I'm broke out here, honey. Please don't. I don't want to think about it, because I'm gonna have to, take some extreme measures, because I'm gonna be at that show. Because this album, way too fire. Way too fire. I look forward to some visuals, to the actual music. Because just wow. It's so many places she could go visually with what this album is. And I know Beyonce is outside of the box, and it's just a lot. It's a lot to process. But thank you. Not first. I guess lastly, I just want to say thank you to Beyonce for continuing to push the box, continuing to push the envelope, continuing to inspire us, even through a pandemic, where I'm pretty sure even someone on her level could have been stressed and worried, and taking the time to put together this magical piece of work. Thank you for not letting naysayers and haters stop you, because girl, they be going in. And just continuing to recreate. She never really gives us the same thing over and over. She has some core tendencies, but for the most part, the music is going to always develop, always inspire, always transcend what is done at the moment. So like she said in the song, I'm the bar. Yes. Thank you.